Long story short, I was throwing some trash away in my dumpster here in my apartment complex and found this little beauty in the dump. It looks clean. I mean, it's dusty obviously, but it doesn't look beat up or anything on the outside. Pulled it open and saw that there was some corroded battery terminals here, so I figured I would give it a shot at trying to get it clean and see if we can get it working, and figured I'd make a quick trying to repair video out of it for you guys. So let's get started. First things first, it looks like we've got 4 real small screws on the bottom here. This feels like it's spring loaded. There is a spring here. You gotta be careful not to lose that. And it looks like the corrosion has worked its way onto this battery terminal at the very least. So let's see if we can scrape some of that away here. It doesn't look terrible, but doesn't look the best. Alright, so let's remember when the 2's up, we've got the blue is negative, red is positive, it looks like. See if we can desolder those. And then, it looks like that's actually tied into the switch here. Let's see if we can pry that out. Little micro switch, must be to turn it on and off. I would assume when you pull this down, yeah, it looks like that shifts the whole mechanism. Let's turn this way so we can see better. It shifts the whole mechanism like this, which causes it to go down. And when this is released, I assume the connection is the connection's made, and then when you close it again, that pushes the switch down and severs the connection. Let's dive into pulling these battery terminals out to see if we can clean them up a bit. And this last one, unless it comes out easy, which I guess it does. So this is what they should look like. Nice and relatively shiny, but instead we've got this mess to deal with. So I'm gonna soak these a little bit and hopefully get them cleaned up. So at the very least they are conductive. I think our main problem was probably most likely this ground here, because it was quite corroded. So we might have to peel that back just a little bit, see if we can get some fresh wire hanging off of that. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that here. I don't even know if that's going to be conductive. How about we try digging into this while those are soaking, just to see how easy it might be to swap out that wire for another one. Well, that was much longer than anticipated. And then shuffle that out. Well, looky there, that's a nifty little design. Don't know how easy it's going to be to see. Looks like this is welded, plastic welded into place. We could probably just break that seal though. There we go. This center LED strip is the only one that we are really interested in, because we just need to replace this blue wire. It should be a nice copper color, but it is not. So let me see what spare wire I have. Found this, so we should be able to use that. It's a slightly thicker gauge, but that's not the end of the world. Those ends tinned up real quick. Unsolder this side real quick. There we go. Now, I don't know how well it's going to come across on the camera, but that is definitely rusty, crusty, corroded. It normally should be a clean copper color, but that obviously is not. Looks like we're going to be overdoing it on the wire a little bit, but that'll be fine. There's plenty of space for it to hang out. Solder that in its new home. This wire follows the red wire. And just need to shuffle that back into place. I don't really want to melt that plastic, but I do want this to be held in place here. So let's try some tape. That should work just fine. So that will wrap up like that. And then these drop back into their holes. There we go. And then this slides into this again. Can't tell if it's supposed to be keyed one way or the other. I can see though that there's it's like a rubber O-ring on one side. I don't know if that's just supposed to keep drag on it. I didn't see a rubber ring on both sides, but I'll pull that back into its spot. It's a little fiddly. My worst nightmare. Some captive but not captive nuts. That is going to be tricky unless this comes apart, which it does. Look at that. It's just sort of rotated out of place. That will make our lives a lot easier, because now we can shimmy this into its home. So that will all be complete like that. And then this is keyed to the top. So we just need to make sure that that sticks there. That of course will go in its place. This long screw should go through the bottom and should meet up on the other side here. There we go. Okay, so we've got that started. And we can now key this into place. Lower that down. And screw it in. There we go. Okay, let's just make sure that that still slides, which it does. Everything looks like it's in the place that it should be. Now let's turn our attention back over to the terminals and this base piece here that also needs to be cleaned out. Give those a quick scrub down. Let's get everything dried up. So these aren't going to be as clean as factory, but they look like they should all still have continuity, so I don't feel bad about putting them back in. And besides, this was something literally found in the trash, so beggars cannot be choosers. So start things off with the positive terminal should go here, negative should go here, this one here, and the last one over here. If I could quit dropping it, that'd be nice. Let's bend this back over there and there. Let's go ahead and tin up our pads. Just to give it some nice fresh solder to latch onto there. Memory serves, it should be this red one down here. I can get that switch back in there. There we go. Then our new ground. Alrighty. And should we just go full send on it? Shove this back into place. Screw those down. It shouldn't be. I have good faith that it will work. It shouldn't have any problems because it looks like it's making connections where it should. Put some batteries in. Now these batteries were actually in it when I found it, all corroded. And when I tested them, they were all right around 1.5, 1.6 volts, which should be a brand new AA battery. So let's see if this works. Oh, I see it coming on already, so that's good. There we go. Off, on, off, on. And because I forgot to, stick that top back on. And there we go. That is a really bright light. Wow. I'm pretty impressed for garbage. But thanks for coming along. It was a fun little fix. I'm glad we were able to go on a journey together. If you guys enjoyed it, I know it wasn't real in-depth or anything, but sometimes the simplest answers are the best. If you guys want to come along for future trying to repair videos, trying to fix videos, and just general tinkering around, I appreciate the like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.